start using intro then.
You sure? Yeah, you're interviewing me.
Right, everyone. I'm interviewing the Thedjse now. So I've got some questions together that we're going to ask him. So I've got 10 questions for you, mate.
You're going to mug me off here.
And seeing as I'm doing the interview, question number 1 is my question. Do you actually own a Mini?
See, I knew this question was coming up. I absolutely knew. So what I did is I prepared. So what I've done is I've brought my logbook.
Oh, he's got his logbook.
Now people will say this document is not a proof of ownership, which is fair.
Let me see who's on the logbook before,
before
we get a copy. You can get these off here. Hang on a minute.
That's me, innit?
Hang on. Yeah, he is there. That's it.
Right. And then because people might complain that that's not proof of ownership, which it says there in big white letters. There's my VIN plate, boys.
You can get them off man old minis, you know. So Paul Jeffries fixed that up for you. So yeah, there's question number 1, guys.
Yes, I do own a Mini. I just don't work on it often enough.
Right, so now on to the other questions.
Do you know who asked them?
Yeah, I can remember. So this one is from Adam Campion. So he says, I think Vauxhall Novas are the crappiest car in the world. What do you think is the crappiest car in the world?
Oh, what a question! What a question! Right, so crappiest car in the world. That can be a 2-part. I'll go for a 2-part answer because I think the worst looking car in the world is a Fiat Multipla.
Which one is that? That one the people carry on with it?
Yeah, with the big. It looks like it's got fat folds on it.
They're bad. They are so bad.
Crappiest car in the world, though, as in drivability. Oh God. What a question. I thought I'd prepared myself for these.
So I didn't tell him these questions. I thought I'd just put him on the spot.
All right. Let's just quick fire an answer out there. Crappiest car, probably.
Mark 1 Cooper S.
Yeah, Mark 1 Cooper S will drive like crap. Crappiest car. I genuinely can't think. I'm going to go Fiat Multipla because I can't think of anything else.
Right, okay. So question number 2 is from Minimac TV. He says, pretend it's the 90s. What car are you modifying and what modifications are you doing to get your car featured in Max Power magazine?
Oh, in Max Power magazine. Oh God! Well, the obvious choice is the Ford Escort, innit? Everybody did a Mark III Escort back in the day. Okay, are you ready for this, boys? I don't think you are ready for this. My Max Power car is a Fiat Punto with Lamborghini doors painted in orange with a black stripe straight across the top of it, with the world's biggest subwoofer in the back and a combat body kit.
Yeah, I'm not coming to any car show.
that was my screensaver and desktop for many years.
See if I can dig a picture out and you can overlay it.
I'll get it.
No. Right, question number 3. Hang on, it's question number 3. Question number 4, isn't it? Yeah, question number 4. So this is from Paul P.
Okay.
He's put, Alex, if you had unlimited money and a huge appetite, what would be your favourite meal and dessert? And what do you think about pineapple on pizza?
Well, pineapple on pizza is an easy one. It's a no-go, innit?
That's his good. Anyone who has pineapple on pizza is a tramp.
Just unsubscribe. Just unsubscribe because we don't need to know you. So pineapple pizza, no-go. And what's my favourite meal? Is that what he's saying?
With unlimited money and a huge appetite.
Oh, with unlimited money. Well, to be fair, unlimited money, when you go to these posh restaurants, you just get less, don't you? You just get less with a little leaf at the side of it. So, I don't know. I'm just
call salad that, mate.
Yeah, I don't eat that. I'm gonna say, it's just a curry, innit? It's just a curry. I'm from Bradford, so it's just a curry. It's just a
what curry, mate?
A chicken tikka boona. Chicken tikka boona, with chicken pakoras, and aloo paratha as well. Yeah.
Yep, whatever that is. Right, okay. So, question number 5, and this is from DB Mini DIY.
Dear.
Hang on a minute. So he says, you used to be a Vauxhall man, so name 3 things that are better on a Vauxhall Nova than a Mini, and 3 things that are better on a Mini than a Nova.
Wow, what a question.
Why did you switch?
What a question. Well, why did I switch? I switched because, which probably goes on to if there's a question in there I don't know regarding why a Mini. The reason I did switch is because my mate turned up in a Mini that his granddad had just given him. You could put your fist in the wing. He had a hole that big, I drove it literally round the block, and I fell in love. So that's why I left Vauxhall World. Better things on Vauxhalls than Minis. People aren't going to like this. Engines. The A-Series, people bang on about it like it's the best engine in the world. Work on something different and tell me it's the best engine in the world.
No, A-Series or no.
2 litre 8 valve, mate.
No, A-Series.
Vauxhall 2 litre 8 valve. So, yeah, so the engines for me are much better. Oh, God, what else is better? The fact that you can... The fact that you can put... well, I don't know. Better wheel options, I think. Yeah, I'm going to go say better wheel options for the Vauxhall lads.
And you can get to the McDonald's drive-through without breaking down in Nova. And they made I mean, I know these are classed as saloons, these bad boys here, but yeah, I had a Nova saloon and I fucking loved it. So yeah, and the fact that I had a Nova saloon was my favourite. So 3 better things about the Mini: they look better. That's a fact. Apart from the saloon, Vauxhall Nova saloon, they're just dog's bollocks. But they looked better. They look better. They're cute. The community's better. I will say that 100%. The community is better. The Vauxhall community, a bit shit to be honest. It's full of idiots. And another thing that's better. I love monocoque chassis. Love it. I love the subframe in the front and I love the subframe in the back. I think that's brilliant. So yeah, body on top. There you go. There's your 3. Right.
What a question.
I'm trying to think what number we're up to now.
Oh, I don't know. I'll just keep going.
Anyway, whatever question number this is, I've forgot already. So this one's from Mini Tim actually. Mini Tom. So it's Mini Tim actually, because we need to distinguish the 2 of them, because now we've got 2 Mini Toms on the.
So this is Mini Tom Leeds, is it?
Yeah. So this is Mini Tom that's never left Leeds.
Yeah.
And when he does leave Leeds, he starts sweating.
He does.
And his Mini doesn't like leaving Leeds.
His gasket blows, yeah.
So right, he's put now. He says now that you've got your Mini onto a rolling and possibly driving shell, why don't you organise a day for loads of us to turn up and put it together, once allowed of course, after coronavirus.
No, yes, good. This is 2 metres, this boy.
It is, I've actually had me taken as right. It looks closer on camera.
It does, camera, and it also has pounds to camera, that's why I look fat. Right, so why don't I organise a day? The thing is, boys, I would love to, but the fact is I don't want to waste everybody's time. And it is organising a day, innit? We're all busy boys. You're a busy boy.
I'm a busy boy because...
This guy's got a van that needs assembling and a Cooper that needs playing with, and he's too busy to do it. So
basically, I keep buying things I can't really afford. So that means I have to work like every hour God sends to be able to stay financially stable.
So Toon's a no-go. I don't think Will Murphy dare leave Wales now.
He's on lockdown, Mr. Murphy.
So they're still on lockdown. I would really love, if you're watching this, Mr. Jaguar, I think you will be, please send a Mia over. And in fact, why don't I get Mini Tom from Leeds? So Mini Tom. That's another thing. He's not allowed to leave Leeds.
We'd have to take the car to him.
So we'll take the car to you. We'll bring Paul P up. And Jordan as well, because them 2 are...
Actually, Jordan's actually in Stoke today, and I think that's the furthest north the guy's ever been.
Yeah.
Like Midlands way. Like, yeah, I think if he went to Leeds, it'd be like really homesick.
He'd have a nosebleed. Can't go that far north.
Altitude's too high.
I know, yeah. He'd have to say Glanzer properly as well instead of Glanzer. So, yeah, we'll get Paul P, we'll get Amir, and we'll get Mini Tom Leeds. There we go. So, yes, we will organise a day, but we're close. We're very close.
Right, so this is from the Gentleman's Motor Racing team.
Oh, looking forward to
Mr.
this
Kev.
Yeah.
He actually sent a video, so I don't know if you want to overlay the video or listen to me play the question.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, I'll overlay it, but ask me the question, I'll overlay it.
I'll ask you the question, then you can overlay the footage. So it's...
Alexander, also known as the disc jockey someone else. I have a question for you. I notice you have lots of tattoos. What's the most embarrassing or regrettable tattoo, and why?
Don't regret any. I had to get this one gone back over There you go. My lizard. I had to get that one going back over because I got that done in Tenerife while on honeymoon, and it reminds me of my honeymoon. Might be a shit tattoo to people, but it reminds me of my honeymoon.
Sentimental, mate.
Yeah, but I got it in Tenerife. All my tattoos are mainly done by in fact they are done by the same person. But yeah, I got it done in Tenerife with a guy smoking a roll up, and it cost me like €20. So I had to get my tattoo artist to try and salvage some of it. So if I don't regret having it, and I don't regret getting it. I just regret at what point I got it. I don't regret any of them though. In fact, the one on my chest fucking hurts, so I maybe regret that one. But it's got my daughter's name on it. So.
I won't get a tattoo because I don't like needles.
I don't like needles, no,
don't like them. Right, question number whatever this is.
Yeah.
Because I've totally lost count. So this is actually from William Murphy.
Oh, okay.
You can tell this is a William Murphy question.
Oh dear.
Because fuel economy is mentioned.
Did it go, hey guys, William Murphy's here?
So, well, why don't you send a video, mate? So he's put, taking into account modern safety, power and fuel economy, which classic car would you love to see brought back into production and why? Exterior remains untouched, but everything is brought up to date to 2020 standards. And if you say David Brown Mini,
yeah,
I'm going to slap you.
No,
we're not a fan. Not a fan of them.
No.
I think it's kind of like a resto kind of mod.
Yeah, so the resto, I think I have seen them about, is them VW buses, the early, I don't know if you call them Mark 1 bus, the Type 1 bus. One of them with an electric motor and something like that.
Electric, mate?
Yeah.
Get out.
I'm a bit of an electric fan. I know nothing about it.
No, you should be saying the Porsche engine fits in the back of them.
Well, it does. The Subaru engine also fits in the back of it.
Yeah,
I think I'd rather fit the Boxer engine. But yeah, I think an old van, an old VW van with something that's drivable. Yeah, like a nice suit. The thing is, he's going about fuel economy. So if I get an electric car, I win everywhere. No.
Fuel economy is like
miles for smiles, mate.
No, fuel.
Listen. Right, this might have twin tanks, yeah, but you're going to overtake everything but a fuel station, mate. So when you go boom,
I don't know how many miles to the gallon that I'll actually do, you know.
4.
Paul Jeffries will probably know. Well, actually, my van, I think I got 100 miles out of it for like 20 quid, which ain't bad, and that's paying services prices.
Oh wow,
on the M6, so it's like
and that's watered down as well.
£1.50 a litre. So, right, next question, and this is from Steve. Steve actually sent a video as well, but I'll ask you a question.
Yeah, well, overlay it.
So, Mr. Hart, question for you: is your Mini going to be Holly's first car?
And that's Holly with a H if Julie's watching.
He'll probably be ready for her. I'm hoping.
No, hang on a minute. Holly will probably end up restoring it because she gets fed up of waiting for it.
Yeah,
to actually do it.
It'll probably just be about ready for her first car. I'd love to say I will be keeping it forever, until I put it in the ditch and I'll just rebuild it again. That was it. So I think it will be her first car. If cars are still allowed on the road.
What colour are you painting it?
I really want to paint it this colour.
Old English white?
Yeah.
It is good white.
It's a lovely colour. I was thinking about painting that frozen white, that Ford frozen white, but it's just too modern on a classic car.
Yeah, I know. When I was looking at Coopers, I went up to a glacier white one, an Old English white.
Yeah.
And it's just something about Old English white that just looks right.
It does. It looks period. It looks correct. So I think.
Lovely.
Yeah. So before everybody starts, I'm not copying Toon with a black roof and an Old English white Mini, because I'm not.
Right. So another question, and this is from all the way from Texas. This one.
So
this is from Randy.
Yeah.
So he's put, if you had to trade in your Mini, if you had a Mini in brackets,
if I had
Randy's had you off there, mate.
Thanks.
So
Get that.
if you had a Mini and you had to trade it in for a classic American hot rod, what would it be?
Oh, see, it'd be I don't want to go Mustang because everybody says Mustang and they like curbs and people, so I don't think it'd be a Mustang. I've really got a thing for Chevy pickups at the moment. I keep watching them being restored.
Chevy Stepside?
Yeah.
The one that Auto Finesse did is just, that thing is just ridiculous.
I think it'd either be after one of them or the car from Blade. I think is it a Chevelle SS? I want to say. I think it's a car from Blade. Or it's Eleanor, isn't it? Everybody loves Eleanor, don't they? From
Well, you can restore an Eleanor car, but then as soon as you've finished it, someone will just take it right off you.
Yeah, they just go, thank you.
It's like, yeah, thank you very much, mate. I'll have that. Take our YouTube video down as well. That was pretty savage. That.
Do you know what? I'm so upset with that. Do you know what?
That was savage. That.
Yeah. But it's your property, but hey ho, Americans work in strange ways.
Yeah, the way Americans work is rather strange. And that is all the questions that I've got.
Oh no! What are we on? 15 minutes?
15 minutes. Right, so I'm going to ask you a few questions.
Oh, okay, let's go.
What he's asked, so, you're on a classic Mini.
Oh, right.
Doesn't need welding.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
What's your first mod? You can't say wheels.
Okay. So if I can't say wheels...
You can't have an engine conversion.
And I can't have an engine conversion. It has to... Well, so if it's an A series, then it has to be, following on from what Mini Matt said, a stage 1 tuning kit. They respond so well to it. You go on Mini Spares, and I think you get exhaust, needle, carb. Is that it? Maybe some other little things as well, but yeah, stage 1 tuning kit.
Must admit, I put I don't know if it's quite stage 1 on my Blue Mini, my SPI, but it was an LCB I put on it, and the difference in it, even though that was injection, is totally different. So I've never actually changed it on a carb, so I wouldn't know.
But it's more or less the same. I mean, especially like say on the carb. I mean, when I took the exhaust manifold, is so choky, and it probably is on the SPIs as well. It is so choky. So yeah, I would definitely stage 1 tuning kit because I can't say wheels. So it'd be brakes or stage 1 tuning kit.
Right. So another question.
Oh dear.
Who's your favourite Mini YouTuber?
Oh, horrible! Horrible. I go through...
I'm putting him on the spot here now.
I go through phases. I'm loving Dave Jagg's Blue Mini at the moment. I think that's my favourite.
Yeah. Amir's smashing.
Amir is absolutely smashing out of the park. It was Jordan Savage Lifestyle until it's off.
And Keith Miller as well. Keith Miller was my favourite, but then Keith Miller actually just disappeared off the face of the earth. Even though he has uploaded a video, and I've not watched it yet because he's distracting me.
Do you know he actually, like, if Keith Miller uploads a video, right, his missus will be mid-conversation with him.
Oh mate, I just... She's watching Coronation Street, I'm like, nah mate, Keith Miller's on. So
I would say it's Dave Jagg at the moment. I'm also like, I love them all, but Dave Jagg at the moment.
And who's your favourite non-Mini YouTuber?
Non-Mini YouTuber? I like Lee Lockwood, but he does talk shit most of the time, and he can get a bit boring. I'm loving Salvage Rebuilds. Yeah,
I watched that. I tell you what, that's an alright channel. You know.
Do you know what?
That's an alright channel. He's Essex as they come. Essex as they come. Like
he's so Essex it hurts.
Yeah.
But no, I genuinely just love what he does. They crack on. They get a car in. They knock it out, and they tell you what. The thing is, what I like about it is, I don't like these YouTubers who go, "Oh, I've got something coming. Oh, I can't tell you about this. Oh, this is going to happen." He tells you how much he paid for the car. He tells you down to the penny what he paid for a wing. And that's what you want to know. You want to get into that nitty gritty. So yeah, I think it's Salvage Rebuilds at the moment.
Yeah, definitely. And he's had plenty of stuff on. He had a... I first started watching with that Cosworth. Like, they had that black one, the RS500. That one's kind of gone a little bit quiet, but I'm sure it'll come back.
Mm.
I'm trying to think of another question now, mate, because I forgot. I'm trying to think what other questions that you ask in your videos.
Well, there's a couple in there. There's Dream 3 Car Garage.
That's it. Dream 3 Car Garage. And you can't have a Nova. I
can't have a Nova. Well, it's got to be a Mini. It's got to be a Mini. I am doing a micro conversion. So I don't know if it would be a micro engine in my ultimate garage. It'd be somewhat not A series though. I'll say that for free. I don't think it'd be VTEC either. It'd probably be a Vauxhall 2 or an X16 XE.
That's what's in Vinny, that, isn't it? X16?
No, his is a C16 XE. So his is a C16 SE, I think. So that's an 8 valve. I'm talking about 16 valve. The baby red top, basically.
That's it.
Yeah, so it'd be a Mini with an engine conversion because I don't like A series. How many people have subscribed to me right now? RS6, a van.
They're naughty then. Oh. And RS6 is like super naughty.
Oh god.
Yeah.
That'd be my daily.
I think that's like the ultimate dad car.
It is. If you pull up to school in that, I don't care. Don't care what anybody else is driving. That wins. And then my ultimate car is a Nissan GTR R35. It was an R34, but I'd love an R35. It's just a supercar beater for 30 grand. You put another 10 grand into it, you've got nearly 1,000 brake horsepower.
Tell you who's a good one who's doing that, living life fast at the minute.
Yeah, I'm just watching it.
Apparently that's going to be 1,600 or 1,700 horsepower, which is then 1,300 wheel.
Yeah.
Which is...
It's just going to be immense.
That's just silly.
You can't drive that on the road. You can't drive. I don't care what he says. You can't drive that on the road. Another question I asked.
Hang on, I've already got one. What we're on there? 20 minutes. This is meant to be 10 questions in 10 minutes, mate.
Mate, it's never been. It was 10 questions in 10 minutes. First episode after that, it's just got up.
Right. So next question. Hang on a minute. What can we expect to see in 2020, mate? Can we expect a Mini to be finished? Can we expect a Mini to be bought rather than just a mate?
I'd love to buy one. I'd love to buy one already done. There's quite a few out there that just need a bit of work. Money does not allow that. To be honest, I'd have been serious on your SPI. Your blue one.
Well, I've actually got a deposit on that, so, that is a sneak peek. I'm literally just waiting for the DVLA to come back to me, but they don't like answering the phone now because of coronavirus. And a chap has bought that, so yeah.
I think the SPI would have been one if I'd have been looking at buying one. I won't be buying a Mini. More to come. Some people might not like it, but the Fiesta is back. So I'll be doing a review on that, and we're doing track days on that. We've decided we're gonna try and tour the country with it, and then when we've done the country, we're gonna try and do Europe with it. So the Fiesta.
Taking Conrad with you this time.
I plan on not leaving it on the track. Nothing can prepare you. I will tell you this now. Nothing can prepare you for doing the lap of shame, right? Which is where you've put oil all over the track.
Everybody's just fuming.
And you're getting towed back. Your head down past everybody, and they're all queuing up to get out, and they ain't going out for the next at least 2 hours while they clear that up. Nothing can prepare you for that. So yeah, more Fiesta content and certainly a lot more Mini content. Luckily, I don't go into personal things on YouTube usually, but my wife, up until at least September, has now finished her first year in university, so hopefully that'll give me some more time, because she needs a lot of the evenings, so I deal with the kids and make sure I'm just around and stuff, so it's a bit difficult sometimes, but yeah, that's what we can expect in 2020.
I think that's it, isn't it?
There's why did I start a YouTube?
And that's it. Why did you start a YouTube channel? See, I should have wrote down all these questions. I just literally screenshotted in what I got sent on WhatsApp, and now I'm looking through and I'm thinking.
Right, why did I start? This is like 20 questions in probably about 30 minutes.
It's going to be longer than Steve's episode, this.
I genuinely that by the way, the reason that was so late, I will explain to you in this, was because YouTube had a fit trying to get that up on, because it's 12 gig of upload, which YouTube don't like that sort of stuff. Anyway, I started a YouTube genuinely for it was going to be sort of like living with a Mini. So basically, what it's like to live with a Mini, do small repairs and drive them and go to shows with them, and then all of a sudden I had loads of fueling problems with my Mini, so I took it down to Mini Division in Stockport to get a electronic fuel pump fitted, and he was going to let me help work with it, which he doesn't let anybody, so I was privileged to do that. We jacked the car up, and he went, "There's a problem, Alex." So what's that? He went, "Your rear subframe's in 3 pieces." I was like, "Oh dear." Savage. So I went, right, okay, so let's do a snag list then. And the snag list was it was one of...
And the snag list is that big, it's still not finished.
The snag list is that big, it's a different Mini. Because I then paid someone to weld it for me, they charged me $2.5 grand and put floor signs in my floor and tacked cover seals on, so let's not talk about that one. So yeah, that's why I started a YouTube channel purely for documentation, which everybody says, but mainly to show people what it's like to live with a Mini. And apparently I don't own a Mini, so I don't know why I can do that.
Exactly, and there's quite a lot of educated people on YouTube. Some very, very clever people on YouTube. Because I literally just dropped a video on this like an hour ago. Asked a couple of questions, and within 5 minutes I had the answers to them. So YouTube is a very good place for getting knowledge out of people. Without question.
It is. I think is that my questions done? I don't think I do anything else.
I think now.
Probably the only other one would be, have I got any other hobbies?
Right, that's it.
And
final question.
Oh,
any other hobbies outside of YouTube and minis?
Well, people ask me, I'll give you a sneak peek here. Some people know this, some people don't. The Thedjse stands for the DJ SE, i.e. something else, which I used to be a DJ.
What did you used to DJ, mate?
Where did I used to DJ?
No, what did you used to DJ?
Oh, what did I used to DJ? Vinyl, mate. Vinyl. My specialist was trance and hardcore. But yeah, I would, and house. Love a bit of funky house. But yeah, so that's what. So I love music. I don't DJ anymore. I don't have the time, or I don't even have the equipment anymore. I've still got all my vinyl though. You can't sell your vinyl. But yeah, any other hobbies? The problem is with me. I'm a very obsessive compulsive person. So I'm not OCD because I don't like cleaning things, but I'm certainly obsessive compulsive. I obsess about things, and then that's all I focus on. But as regards to any other hobbies, it literally is cars. That's all I do. That's all I think about all day, and that's all I do all day. So yeah, cars.
It's a shame you're not obsessed about buying himself a Mini.
Yes, I know, yeah. I told you that. What? Got a V5. I've got a V5.
V5.
I've not even checked if the numbers.
I think I've got a boot plate on my workbench over there.
Yeah, that's because you're ringing cars, not me, mate. Let's have a look. The numbers should be on here, shouldn't they? Oh, look at that.
Is it matching numbers?
SAXX, I won't say anymore, but yes, it matches. So yeah, I think that's it, innit? Yeah, so this is probably, you didn't even do an intro.
I'll do it in a minute.
So this is probably going to be the end of the interviews, I think. There's probably a couple more people I'd like to interview. One, they're very busy, Mini Tom. I don't know what he does all day.
Mini Tom's not busy,
he pretends to be busy.
pretends to be busy.
We're not your wife, mate. You don't need to pretend. You don't need to hide from us.
We know, Tom. We know you just sit in the back of your British Gas van all day.
Yeah.
And that's why my British Gas is £200 a month. No joke. £200 a month, mate, for British Gas. Absolutely. And that's regardless whether it's 30 degrees outside or -5, it's £200 a month, and I don't even know how.
Yeah, so stop sitting in your van. So I'd like to do Mini Tom. I'd like to do Rich Spec. I would really like to do Friday Night Garage. I mean, that'd be a really good interview. So I could probably squeeze another 10. And then what I might do is wait till next year and go around everybody again and ask them different questions or similar questions, see if anything's changed.
So when you get 1,000 subscribers, mate, you can start a YouTube channel like me, buy yourself one of these.
I know, yeah. YouTube bought me this car.
YouTube bought me this, mate. Only got monetised 4 weeks ago.
Oh, why is that S badge falling off? Oh, it's because it's fake.
It's a replica.
So yeah, I think that's it. 27 minutes, not bad. And it was certainly more than 10 questions. Thank you for everybody who sent a question in. I didn't know what the questions were going to be, just like when I ask people the questions, they can generally get a gauge, but I try and personalise it to that person because I think it's good. Yeah, I think that's it.
That's it, I'm asked today. I might as well give myself a shameless plug. Make sure you get on YouTube. Classic Mini Detailing now, innit? It's not Alex Toon anymore. Because I've got a professional on YouTube.
Classic Mini Detailing. Do you know why that does?
I should do it like Classic Mini Pervert.
Yes,
because I'm the
definitely.
biggest mini pervert ever.
Definitely. That's a good channel as well, Car Pervert. With that job.
Oh, I tell you what,
That's a good
some
channel.
mega views that the other day. 300 abandoned cars in a thing.
Oh, I know.
Yeah, there's too many minis there for me.
I think we'll leave it there.
Right.
I'm going to perv over this.
Stay safe. Be seeing you. I'm going to do your intro now before we go.
What are you doing?
Camera. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whatever time you are watching this.